Hey, it's Witch Queen here. So there's a lot more information being released in regards to Watch Dogs Legion, including a map and more details on how to recruit NPCs. So there's full customization, and you can customize a lot of things actually. Not to mention, you can hide bodies this time, and their scope is really ambitious in the fact that there are no dogs in this game at all, because the creative director, or game director, Clint Hawking, who was the director of Far Cry 2, he was interviewed and he said that, you can shoot people, NPCs in this game, and then their families are mad at you since everything is basically connected. And what happens if you shoot someone and they have a pet dog? What happens to that dog? Does it become a stray dog? Does somebody adopt that dog? What happens to the dog? And they didn't really want to think about that or implement that into the game, considering that the game already is pretty damn ambitious. You can recruit any NPC in the game and play as them, have full dialogue, animations, families, and schedules. Another thing, when you track somebody, an NPC, you can learn their schedule and you can see what they did in the day and what they're going to do in the day. If you follow an NPC, you can follow them and see what they do, their daily tasks, and it sounds really interesting. So, a map. Somebody on Reddit, I don't have his username, but I'll link it I'll write it in the description below, excuse me. And he stitched together this map. So this seems to be the, maybe not full map, maybe it is a full map, I'm not too sure, but most of the map of London in Watch Dogs Legion. Now, for comparison, Assassin's Creed Syndicate was also set in London, and this is a comparison of this map. So the Watch Dogs map is on the left, the Syndicate map from AC is on the right, and if you overlay that map, you can see that the Watch Dogs map is almost twice as big as the AC Syndicate map, which is in the middle. It sounds so interesting. Honestly, I'm really interested in this game. I was not previously, before the reveals and watching the trailers, gameplay. It looks really interesting. Also, I should say that each NPC has their own stats. Even though they're pre-made and there's no set protagonists, they each have their own stats and abilities, and they have their own advantages. You can decide after you've recruited an NPC what class they are. So, for example, this guy, one of his advantages is he has a 75% increased melee damage, but only when he is drunk. So this is interesting. You get an increased buff to your melee, but only if you are drunk, which is a little cheesy. However, it adds an interesting gameplay mechanic. Like this guy right here, he may die randomly. However, he is addicted to adrenaline. So it's really interesting. I think it's incredibly, excuse me for that. It's a incredibly ambitious game, and I'm really interested in this game. And it seems like they want to have more mechanics to gameplay that will, hook the player, and it just sounds really interesting, honestly. So what do you think? Are you interested in Watch Dogs Legion? How do you think the whole recruit anyone NPC in the game will turn out? Do you think it's too ambitious? And how do you feel about the fact there are no dogs in this game, and that in the previous Watch Dogs game, Watch Dogs 2, there were, and you could pet them, but here there are no dogs. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, favorite, comment below, or tweet me at WitchQueen and subscribe. Thanks for watching.